So evidently, so as you guys all know, I covered in the patch note rundown, there's a new season server out, or there's new seasonal, they're calling it an event, but there's no, it's not like a new seasonal. Seasonal is year round now. They're giving you away another free pen of your choice if you do seasonal again right now. Okay. What I did not check, normally when they make changes to seasonal or they want to encourage a bunch of new players to play the game again, they give us a new season pass. But this time they did not actually do that. Instead, they gated the season pass behind a paywall. And this is the first time I've ever seen Pearl Abyss gate their season behind a paywall. And I'm sorry, guys, I skipped over it in the patch notes mainly because it was a long patch note rundown. I didn't even think to check that they would introduce a new season event and then not allow everyone to do seasonal for free, which is, I think, the idea. Like usually what these events are designed to do is they're designed to help new or returning players get into the game, mainly by handing away new free stuff or making like the season rewards giga juiced for a period of time. I think that the event is like super counterintuitive. It does help. It does help new players because new players get 2 season passes for free when they start the game. Okay. To my knowledge. And so they should be able to participate in it no matter what. The people that are getting punished here are actually the people that started playing the game a month ago, started playing the game 2 months ago, started playing the game around the Calpheon Ball. All of those people that started playing the game or were conned into starting the game in the last 3 months or so and don't have all of their free pen armors yet necessarily, or don't have all free pen, their guaranteed pen armors and like have their pen gear all together yet. Those are the people that are getting punished for this, like really, really hard. And I think that, and again, veteran players not liking it very much either. This is the first time I've ever seen Pearl Abyss really put a season ticket behind a paywall. So again, what they're essentially doing is they are saying it's going to be about $37 US to get a, it's going to be about $37 US to get a free pen. Now, you can buy just the season character ticket for $10. You can just buy just the season ticket. It's $9.90 technically. If you buy a 1+1, it'd be like half that. And I know that the defense for this for a lot of content creators and a lot of players is going to be, oh, well, it's only really $10 and it's only one guaranteed pen. This is some super scummy behavior. This is like scummy pay to win crap behavior I have not seen from Pearl Abyss. I'll be honest with you. Does Pearl Abyss make scummy decisions? Yeah. Like the little otter backpack thing that gives 100 fishing mastery. That was scummy. This, in my opinion, is worse because like it's counterintuitive to the overall goal and strategy of the game. The entire point of season is to bring back returning players and new players to the game. So let's say a player started at the Calpheon Ball, played for a month and a half or so, and then took a break, and then wants to come back, but they've used both their season tickets. So now in order to come back, they feel like they have to spend $10. Well, now that player's just not going to play Black Desert. Like that's frustrating to me. That's extremely frustrating. It's punishing to all of the players that did invest in the game in the last 1 to 3 months. Can you sell the pen on the central marketplace? I actually do not know. Does anyone know if you can sell it on the? I doubt it. They have to be desperate for money. Well, I would guess that they are definitely struggling for money much more so than they have in previous years, mainly because their player base is lower than it's ever been at around this time each year. This is the first time I've seen Pearl Abyss do something like super scummy like this, like gate paywall a new player or a veteran player or even a returning player into coming back to play the game to get a guaranteed pen now, or like a free pen of their choosing. I don't know if you can sell the pen on the marketplace. I don't think that was included in the patch notes. My guess is no, but even if you can't sell it on the marketplace, you could just turn it into Dead God. Everybody knows this. You just turn it into Dead God with some Kafras and then sell it on the marketplace. You know. Interestingly enough, SA does not have the discount season pack or the double ticket. We have nothing. So SEA has just the normal character season. You just don't have either of these packs. Maybe they should be vocal about changing the game, better accommodating the base's wishes rather than scrapping money from a slowly dwindling player count. Well, Prolibus has been frustrating me a lot lately. I don't know if that's the general sentiment of the community, but I am really frustrated. And usually when I'm really frustrated, the community also starts to get frustrated too. And it's not because of my content. It's usually like I've been frustrated for a while. I've been frustrated for about a month and a half, and it's only just now surfacing as community frustrations with hardcore servers. It's my opinion. The reason I'm frustrated is I do think that Black Desert has a tremendous amount of potential as a game, and I just want to see it live up to that potential. And really, all I need them to do, I'm not asking for anything fancy. I'm not asking for anything crazy. I really just want them to give the community exactly what the community asks for in unanimous cases. For example, hardcore servers. In the example of hardcore servers, unanimously, everyone believes that every class should be played on the hardcore server, or playable on the hardcore server. It will make it more populated. Players will try it more. It will be more fun. Everyone will love it more. And this is unanimous feedback that they've received from numerous sources, yet they choose not to listen to because they feel like they know what's best for the game. And then they come out with the season ticket, so I'm already pissed off about that and a few other things going on. And then they come out with the season ticket and they say, hey, everybody can get a free pen, but you got to spend $10. That is beyond scummy. That is some of the shittiest business practices I've ever seen. Mainly because, again, it's sure you could rope in new players. I think they're probably hoping that their partners will like make videos and be like, yo, you get another free pen for coming back to BDO, blah, blah, blah. And again, I want to apologize for missing it in the patch note rundown. It was a long night. It was a 14-hour stream. There's really no excuse. I should have read through it all the way, but you know, to my defense, they've never done this before. They've run how many seasons and they've never gated it behind pearls. It's never happened before. They always have handed out a new season character ticket. I just didn't even think to check that it like they just didn't hand one out, you know? And to be clear, so that everybody's aware, I did reach out to the community management team this morning and asked for a comment on this, or this afternoon, and asked for a comment on this to see if this was like, did they just forget to give everyone a season ticket, or if this is an intended feature of the game now? And this was intended by the marketing team, and they have not responded yet. But you know, I only messaged them a couple hours ago, so well, I'll let you guys know what that comment ends up being if they ever do respond to it. That being said, I cannot imagine that at this point, even if they did forget, that they're going to go ahead and issue refunds for people and give people a free ticket. After all, when there's a season character ticket sitting on the Pearl shop that has never been here before, that's a little rough. Or I guess technically it has been here before. You could buy these before, I think, but like you aren't required to. This time you are required to. And I'm wondering if this is going to be the standard going forward. And you guys let me know how you guys think about this. But like, I think that this is probably going to be the standard going forward. And I think it's disgusting. And I think it encourages less and less players to play our game and to come back and play our game. Like, I think, I straight up, it is a deterrent for anyone that picked up the game for 1 to 3 months and is either still playing, stopped playing and is trying to come back to the game, or kept playing, right? Those players are immediately deterred from coming back because all the new players are just immediately going to have a free pen on them. It's very frustrating. It's like any player that's coming back to the game feels like they're behind a $10 paywall. This, guys, to put this in perspective, this is 10 times the cost of the game for a lot of players. I know that, like, oh, it's just Blue exaggerating it. No, this is 10 times what most players spent on the game in the first place. Some people got it for free. Some people spent $1 on it. I've been noticing more and more scumminess in BDO. Yeah, I mean, like, I've never seen it. I haven't seen anything like this. This is like another level of asshole. This is another level of really degenerate behavior from the Pearlibus marketing team. Like, I did not like the backpack, like the backpack fisher thing that they gave out, because it gives 100 fishing mastery and all that stuff. And then the Kron fishing rod that keeps people on the hook, spending money every couple of months. They're going to keep buying pearls to get that fishing rod. So, you know, I use a Balanos rod every month. I did not buy the 100 mastery fishing rod. I did receive some criticisms because I bought the 1+1 pearl box up here. And I want to be really clear to everybody. You don't necessarily have to buy these 1+1 boxes. Just because you see me do it doesn't mean you should do it. I'll explain why I bought this. Okay, number one, you're talking about somebody that doesn't have a Comma Blesser running. Okay, I don't have a Book of Old Moon. Well, it's got 15 hours left. And my value pack's going to run out soon too, within the next 36 days. And I'm not going to refresh it. Okay, so you're talking to somebody that is not going to be playing with any of those things running. So why would I buy a 1+1 box? Well, you have to understand my position as a content creator. In my opinion, buying the 1+1 box is beneficial for the community because when they release these RNG boxes, especially the new RNG boxes where no one really knows whether they're worth it or not, like the October RNG boxes a long time ago, like the first ones were really good, and then every RNG box since then has been crap. And in my tinfoil on this is that they made the first RNG box like crazy good, and then just to bait people into like thinking they should buy them every time, like this, like a psychological warfare, and then everybody should like tries to buy them. You know what I mean? Each time. And to me, as a content creator, it's to teach people to buy them. Exactly. And so what I am doing with my 1+1 box, you can see I have a lot of pearls. I'm sitting on a lot of pearls. Why? Because I buy 1+1 boxes every time they're available for me. And the reason I do that is every time an RNG rolly box comes out, I buy it. 50 of them. And I roll them. And I make it into a video. And I put it out so that everybody knows, don't buy this. It's terrible. You guys remember my last one? My last one was super effective. Like 10 or 15,000 views, which is a lot for the BDO community. And it probably deterred hundreds of players from spending any money on the RNG rolly boxes at all. So in a weird way, me buying the 1+1 box means I'm spending less money on the game. I'm spending less money on the game making those videos, and then hundreds of other players equating to thousands to tens of thousands of dollars don't get spent on the game, and Perlibus ultimately ends up losing money long term. That's my logic on it. That's why I do it. So all of this to say, the only time I've ever and again, I don't plan on buying any more 1+1 boxes for a while because I think I have enough pearls to get through the next like RNG rolly boxes that they're going to come out with. I don't plan on buying any pearls for a long time now because I don't have to. I've essentially got 36k pearls for about $150 USD. That's $360 worth of pearls for, again, $150 US is not bad. In addition to getting stuff on sale and using coupons on stuff, I'd say that's pretty good, all things considered. And again, it's in an effort. Again, I'm not spending that on me. You don't see me buying weight or inventory or value packs or outfits for cronstones necessarily. All of that is in an effort to make videos that will deter other people from spending money on shit that ends up being a scam. Like ultimately, the way that I see it is, am I losing money on the video? Absolutely, I'm losing money on the video. As I just showed you guys, I lose money on those videos every time. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, it helps my audience not get scammed on something. And it's one of those feel-good videos where me spending a little bit of money can save the community from spending a lot of money. That's my opinion on it. At the end of the day, that's my opinion on it. And if you go into the comment section of those videos, you will see some people saying, okay, yeah, I didn't buy it because of this video. And that makes me feel good. Because that's what the video is for. Because I'm certainly not making money off of it. And to be clear, I put out 2 videos every day. I could just skip it. It's not about the views. I could literally just skip that video and do gear advice or something else that is free for me. I could literally put out anything else that is free for me to produce instead of spending $200. It just doesn't make any sense. Like that argument is just an L. That being said, again, we rotate back to the season character ticket, and I think that this is one of the most scummy things that I've ever seen them do. As far as things go. And like, I think we're at a point where the community is starting to get upset. If the community is getting upset with me for buying 1+1 boxes so that I can make videos showing other people why not to buy 1+1 boxes, the community is reaching a point again where they're upset enough with the game that people are going to start quitting again. And that's what I see as a creator. I see people that are about to quit the game again because predatory business practices, they're not listening to the community, they're not listening to feedback, like they're just doing whatever the hell they want. And business practices like this make it look like they're, instead of trying to make the game last another 10 years, it makes it look like they're trying to milk the small amount of money that they can out of the remaining players as the game continues to decline without attempting to save it. That's what it looks like. because she would never require a new or returning player, or a returning player in this case, to buy a seasoned character ticket, or even a veteran player to buy a seasoned character ticket, if you were interested in the longevity of your game. Obviously, like I just don't even understand. This is a very short. You have to understand how short-sighted this is from a marketing perspective. Like, ideally, you get as many players playing the game as possible, and you want to give them as much free stuff as possible, because those players have the longer players play your game, the higher chance they have of spending money over time. Obviously. Like, obviously that is the case, right? So you want to keep people playing the game. And if people keep playing the game, inevitably they end up spending more money than if they would never have played the game, right? Or not played the game, period. And this is objectively deterring people from picking their game back up, or playing their game more actively. Very frustrating for a lot of players. Very, very frustrating for a lot of players. All right, let's see what the community has to say about this. I don't see it like as a deterrent. Unlike the otter backpack, this is very minor. I actually think that this is much worse than the otter backpack, because again, it deters players from it punishes players that have been playing, that like are returning players. It punishes returning players who might not have a season pass available to them. Maybe they started in the last like 6 months or so and they already used them, and they haven't given out a new one in a while, right? But it also deters veteran players as well from potentially returning to the game and getting their free pen. Can you imagine if they had released, run a thought exercise in your head here. If this was free, okay, and the idea was to just go run seasonal for free, and we would all get a free pen armor for doing that, don't you think that more people would come back and play the game? Don't you think we would see more people playing the game? Like a spike in player numbers? I think that we would. I personally think that we would see more people playing the game. I think that people would log in and do seasonal. Not a crazy amount, but we would see people log in and do seasonal for the purpose of getting that pen boss armor. Instead, we're not going to get those players. And so that's kind of how I see that. Right? Not for a pen armor, another T10 though, perhaps. Yeah, well, again, it's not necessarily geared for you then. If you probably already have all your pen armor. This is targeting the new and returning player audience. A veteran player is not going to spend $10 to get a pen armor necessarily. But a player that's newer to the game that has to wait 2 weeks to get their guaranteed pen, this speeds up their progression by 2 weeks. And it's probably frustrating that they have to spend more on this pass than they did on the video game in the first place. Let me rephrase my question. Season tickets are the ticket that allows you to make a character for seasons. Yes. Now they're making people pay for a ticket. Yes. Now, do you have a season pass, like the battle pass for season, that would have to buy the... Yes, there is still a season pass. Yep, right here. Black Spirit Pass. So there's a season pass, which is the battle pass for season. And then there's the season ticket. So this allows you to play season, that's $10. And then this is another, $10 to $30 or whatever, $15 to $30, whatever, for the battle pass. 45 in total, something like that, yeah. Yeah, and then this is a bunch of useless garbage. All this other stuff's just useless garbage. Except for the outfit is solid, but yeah, it's just greed. To me, it's just greed. Like pretty obviously greed, right? Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments section. I'm really frustrated about it. I'm sorry I missed it in the... I'm sorry I missed it in the patch note rundown. I didn't even think to look. I didn't think that they were going to be that greedy. That's my fault.